Hello everyone, it's Jennifer and I'm here to share with you my third design team package from Nisi, a Bella Vintage notebook. It came, I want to say the end of last week, and we were getting ready to get my son off to college, so I had to wait till I came back before I could work with it. So in any case, I was super excited though. I peeked before we left and I was just like thinking about ideas and things I could do with it. I will post pictures on my Instagram also, showing what was in the original kit, and I'll tell you as we're going through the things that I added in, which wasn't too much. So before I forget, I will link Nisi's Etsy shop and her channel and her Instagram and Pinterest in the description box below the video if you want to go check her out. She has some wonderful new digitals in her shop if you have not been over there to peek. And I think she's going to be releasing some new items through her Pinterest. So if you see something you like, feel free to message the girls, I believe through the Etsy shop is what she's having you do. But she's got some beautiful things coming out. So, all right, so let me show you what I came up with this month. Let's see, we'll start with the bigger one first. So what I did is I just took a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and folded it in half, because I'm not sure if I know the end result, she's going to send us a journal. So I'm thinking this could fit on a journal page if the signatures are already sewn in. If they're not sewn in, then I'll be able to just, you know, intertwine it in the pages. But either way, it's doable. So let me show you. So I added the 8.5 by 11 paper to this. This is one of her new templates that she designed that you can get digitally and print for your own projects. She sent the piece of fabric and I just ran it through the sewing machine and ruffled it up. I did add this piece of embossed paper here. This was a little snippet off from a scrap of paper that was left from this little mini journal that I made. I did add this little piece of seam binding because I had run out from what she had sent. I stitched around the edges here. And on the back, I used a manila folder that had coffee dyed. This she sent, it was a cute little strip, and I'll show you where I did cut it in half. It was a little bit longer, so widthwise, so I cut it in half and used it as a pocket in a couple other places. So that's that. I did add an eyelet here, so that just tucks in there. And then on the back side of this, I used another piece of fabric and I sewed it onto the page, and I have two things here. A tag, which I fussy cut some of the images from the printables that she sent us. I punched this out of one of the papers for the reinforcement. She sent the sari silk. The lace she also included. And then the back you can use for journaling. This was a really cool paper she sent us. It was really neat looking. I did add this library card and I glued this on, so it's kind of like a flip. So you could journal or put a picture under it or whatever you want to do. So that is there. So that was project number 1. Project number 2, she sent a sheet of paper. I want to say it was close to maybe an 8.5 by 11. And so I used it. I thought it was so pretty. I thought it would make a really cute mini journal. Now I stapled this mini journal together just because I thought for less bulk, I should say. I didn't stitch it together, but I used another scrap of manila folder I had, and I made a little pocket here, and in here, this is another of her printables. Cute little envelope. I don't have anything in it, but you could put, you know, photos or anything else you wanted in there. This was another piece of paper that she sent us. It has like faded writing on it, which looks really neat looking. I did add in a piece of avocado dyed paper, a piece of music paper. This was the other cut off from the cover sheet. Another piece of avocado dyed paper, and then we're at the center. And then it goes back the other way. Now this flips out a couple of times, so lots of room in here to do, you know, writing or add pictures. This is the other half of the paper she sent. From the scraps, I made another little tag and put some seam binding. I also used the scraps to make a little pocket here. And the back is just plain. So that will fit someplace. Then she sent an envelope, which the envelope, you know, when it opened up looked like that. And what I did is I just trimmed a very small amount off the edges. I sealed both ends and, you know, cut them open. I used a little hole punch here. Sorry, I wasn't even in frame there. I apologize. And so I hole punched the sides. That note card she sent, I used a scrap of paper down the side. I punched out the little reinforcement with the same pattern paper and used the Sari silk she had sent. So there's a little journaling card there. Here's where I used the other half of the brown strip, and you can see the distressed writing there. Another scrap of little paper for decoration. I have a tag identical to the other one on this side. And I created this tag with some of the fussy cuts and the lace, a little reinforcement from the paper and the Sari silk. And then this is another little style of envelope that came as part of her printables. So I think she calls this Printables Volume 1 or Number 1 in her shop. But really cute printables. And then the last item that I designed, I added in this glassine bag. And what I did was she had sent this frame and this beautiful applique piece. So I put that on there. And the reason I did it this way is because I thought if you wanted to tuck something behind it, I left it open. So you could put a photo here or a journaling card, wherever you wanted. So that's left open. This was another piece of ephemera she had sent for us to work with, and this is the fabric that was in mine. So I ruffled it up and I made it like a little tag topper because the back is blank, so you could write on it. I didn't want to cover that up in any way because I really like the look of it. So that actually stops at the top of the bag, and I just thought that was a really cute look. Then what I thought is, if you're putting this in a journal, I added a piece of the scrap paper so that you could glue that to a page so that it will flip, you know, so it'll be like a flip on a page. And then this was another of the pockets, including the kit, a little bit smaller in size. Let me grab the other one so I can show you. Little bit smaller in size as far as the other one goes. I don't have my ruler near me to give you measurements, but you can see in comparison to my hand, this one's wider and taller than this one is. Now this one fit perfectly a tag that's also in her printable kit. Isn't that pretty? Let me move this so you can see the shape of that. And I tied the Sari silk to the top of that. So that just tucks into here. And the back is blank for journaling or whatever you want to do to it. So this is what I came up with this month's kit. And so there's lots of pieces to go into that ending journal. Let me zoom out a little here, sorry. Lots of pieces to go into that journal at the end that she's going to send to us. And then, of course, so I have all the pieces we created in the first kit and the second kit. So I'm super excited to see all this come together. And it's been so fun being creative with the pieces she sends. And, you know, we are all coming up with totally different ideas because I think everybody thinks differently about how a piece can be used. So it's really fun to watch the other girls' videos and see, you know, what did they come up with. So I hope you've enjoyed this and I've given you some inspiration. And I will be back with kit 4 when it arrives, when Nisi sends it. So see y'all soon. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.